Happy fall, everyone. Lauren Gresham here with Totally Lovable Naturopathic. So today for my recipe, I'm going to do something really simple, but it's something that's made me really excited because I think it's going to be really delicious. So I don't know if you've noticed, but around Seattle anyway, we have this really beautiful plant that's been growing all over. You might recognize this as fennel. I've got some different ones that's very fresh, just the flowers, and I've got some that's already gone to seed, which is going to have some different compounds in it. So it's got those fennel seeds. You sometimes see this at the kind of host stand of a restaurant because they can have just a little bit of fennel seed that you can just chew because it's very refreshing, kind of a licorice kind of flavor, star anise kind of flavor. So it can make your mouth very fresh, and it's a really good herb to just support your digestion. Really nice after a meal. It's a carminative, which is anti-spasmodic, so it can just help the digestion flow really nicely. So a thing to say about this is I got this from just the neighborhood. There's a bunch of it growing wild around my area. Some considerations before I pick it is I would want to kind of consider, is this right along a path where everyone walks their dogs and it's got peed on a bunch of times? I also want to consider, is this right next to a bunch of traffic? Is this a state park, a national park? Is this somebody's private property? Consider all of those things and make sure that it's fine for you to just do your neighborhood wild crafting. As it was, this was just like on a median in like a small little area of my neighborhood, didn't really belong to anybody, and seemed like it was going to die soon. The other thing to note about fennel is it is in the Apiaceae plant family. So Apiaceae is also the carrot family, and there are some really amazing nutritious plants that grow in that family, including carrots, as well as celery and fennel. Caraway seed are other examples. There are also some of the most poisonous plants known to mankind. Water hemlock is an example. So you really want to make sure that you are going with a trained professional. You don't want to just randomly walk around and be like, oh, that kind of looks like that thing that Lauren had on that video. I'm going to use this and start eating this. Even touching too much of some of the Apiaceae, the carrot family plants, can make you very sick. So please never ever pick a carrot family plant, an Apiaceae plant family without knowing for sure 100% that you know what you're identifying. Well, as it is, I am a trained professional, and I'm definitely clear that this is fennel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to put it in these jars, and then I'm going to let it sit for a couple weeks while it go ahead and it fuses into this gin. So it's just going to make this because gin is it's an alcohol made from juniper, which has already got kind of this minty, fresh, like just delicious, crisp flavor. Plus with the fennel is going to be stellar. So I don't know if you'll be able to see my cutting board. Here we go. I'm just going to cut some of this up. I probably have more than I need, and the fact that I've got, again, the seeds and some of the flowering heads, that's going to give me some different compounds. The seeds are where we commonly think of having the most medicine in this particular plant, but for me, I just like the fresh too. I think it just tastes so good. These already have a lot of surface area, but something to consider is that if it's like a bark or a root, if you don't have a bunch of surface area, it's not going to infuse super well. So this, I'm not too concerned about how well it gets chopped up because, again, they're just so much surface area already on the plant. So, okay, and then I want to get some of those seeds because those seeds are going to just, again, give me some different. If you don't have any of this plant growing in your neighborhood, or you're not comfortable picking it on your own, which if you don't know what it is, you really shouldn't do that, you can get some at the grocery store. Oftentimes I see fennel bulbs, or you can just get fennel seeds, probably in like the health food store in the bulk sections, or just where if they have packaged herbs. So if you want to experiment with this at home, you can do that. So I'm just going to put some in my jar. I have to resist the urge. I am the type of person that I want to overfill my jar because to me that means I'm getting a better deal. But again, it really needs to have some surface area in order for the alcohol to actually absorb the stuff out of it. So I'm just going to fill it. It already has some water content in the plant, so I'm not going to add water. I'm just going to go straight with the alcohol in this case. There's different tables that show you the exact percentage of alcohol to water that you want, and you can actually do some mathematical calculations. If you're actually making something that you want to be more specific about the amount of the compound that you're getting, then you'd actually want to like weigh the herb, and you'd want to look at a table that shows like how much of a compound in a gram of that herb, and then consider if it's dried or if it's a fresh plant like this is. So there's some considerations there. This would be considered a folk method, which is literally you just add it to the jar. But again, I do know because the plant already has water in it, again, that for me, I'm making the choice. I don't want to add water and then take the chance that it's going to go bad because I want to drink it. So I'm going to let this sit on my kitchen counter. I'm going to shake it every couple days, or when I just walk by it, I'm going to shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And then after like 2 weeks, I'm going to strain this out, and then that remaining gin is going to be infused with fennel, and it's going to be a really sweet treat after dinner. So that's your recipe for now. Have a great day. Bye.